Okay, this is a video for the knowledge check number 1, and it tells you to solve this quadratic equation by factoring. So the first thing that I want to look at whenever I solve a quadratic is if it's equal to 0. And in this case, it's not, so I have to make it equal 0. So I'm going to add 1 to both sides. And then I get the quadratic 9x squared minus 18x plus 8 equals 0. So now I'm ready to factor, which means that I'm going to make a box, my area model, and my diamond problem. I know 9x squared goes here, I know 8 goes here, and then these two spots have to add up to be negative 18x and multiply to be the same as these numbers multiplied. So 9x squared times 8 is 72x squared. So my strategy for this is, because I know that it's two numbers that multiply to be a positive and add to be a negative, they're both going to have to be negative. And I'm just going to take my calculator and I'm going to start finding factors of 72. So the first one's really easy, negative 1 and negative 72. The next one, 72 divided by 2, 36. So negative 2 and negative 36. 72 divided by 3 is 24, so negative 3 and negative 24. 72 divided by 4 is 18. 72 divided by 5, that doesn't work, it's a decimal, so that's not a factor. 72 divided by 6, 12. Okay, so now I've found the factors of 72 that also add to be negative 18. So I can fill out my diamond problem and then go over here and fill out my area model. Okay, so now filling in the outside, which are my actual factors, I want to look for the biggest number that 9x squared and negative 12x have in common. We call it the greatest common factor. So they both have an x, and I think 3 is the biggest number that multiplies into both of those. So if this is 3x, this also has to be 3x, because 3x times 3x is 9x squared. 3x times negative 4 makes negative 12x. 3x times negative 2 makes negative 6x. And then use this last box to check your work. Negative 2 times negative 4 does equal positive 8. So you're right. So let's write our factors out. 3x minus 2 times 3x minus 4 equals 0. So because they're two things that multiply to equal 0, each one of them on their own can be a solution. So 3x minus 2 equals 0. And 3x minus 4 equals 0. This is why we like factoring, because it allows us to make, instead of one huge equation from the beginning, we have two smaller ones. So I'm going to add 2 to both sides for this one, and then divide both sides by 3. So x equals 2/3, or use a calculator, and you can use the decimal. I think it's 0.66. Add 4 to both sides for this equation. So 3x equals 4. Divide by 3. And x equals 4/3, or I think it's 1.33. So you've got your two solutions.